The diamond is based on 4 points. 2 at the outside with your arms horizontal, and 2 vertically at the top and bottom. And we connect those 4 points through a series of lines. I'm going to talk you through it step by step and learn each of the techniques, then we'll piece it together into the entire move. Each of the component pieces of this move is a linear extension. The best way to find that is just to feel it. So start to feel that up and down bounce rhythm of the butterfly that keeps it in time. And accentuate that bounce. Make it go higher and lower. As much as you can, really exaggerate the motion of up and down until you're reaching as high and low as you can with the butterfly. You're making the poise movement larger, you're extending it by moving your hands in a line. Linear extension. So that's one of the base pieces. Now switch into the split time butterfly and start to actually bounce it from side to side, even a small amount. Here I'm moving my hands about 6 inches from side to side. And even a little more. So this will be slightly different due to the effect of gravity, but you want to reach the same type of extension from side to side with the split time. If your planes start to get off, just come back to the neutral position and gain control. Then extend again. At the full extent of my range of motion, it's almost like I'm punching from side to side. Notice that my shoulders are involved too as I reach across. So now that we have the horizontal and vertical lines, we need to work on the diagonal lines. So start with the butterfly down low. Notice I've taken it from my center and extended my arms down below, so it's happening around my hips. From here, you should reach up and bounce it to the side. Think about throwing from the bottom point, throwing the butterfly up to the side. You want to be able to make a V shape with your poi. So each time returning to the center at the bottom, and then bouncing out to one side or the other. Or even just continuing to trace one diagonal line. These are all good exercises to get the feel for it. Try the opposite. From up high, descending on a diagonal. If you watch from the side, you'll see that my hands more or less stay in plane. That means that I'm close to my chest when I'm in the center, so when I reach out to the side or down below, I can stay in that same plane. If I start too far out in front of me, it becomes almost impossible to maintain that plane. So keep it nice and close. Now we're going to put the pieces together to start to get the move. So we'll start with our vertical line, and then from the bottom, we're going to bounce on our diagonal, and when we reach it, come into the horizontal. Okay? 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. You'll have to try this a few times. Vertical, diagonal, horizontal. For the next set of 3, we'll go from horizontal to diagonal to vertical. Now we have the first half of the move. To get the other half of the move, we have to bring it up on the other side and do the opposite. There's the first and the second part. Notice that at each point we switch the timing. Together time, split time, together time, split time. Once you practice this stuff enough, you'll start to get a feel for how to move your hands from any point to any other point. That's when you're getting really close and you can try and put the whole thing together. The goal is to trace one of each line on the outside before repeating. There's a bottom corner, top corner, other bottom corner, other top corner. As you get better at this, try to keep your corners really crisp. It starts to look sloppy if everything is rounded like this. It just kind of looks like a flower that you don't know how to do. So try and make each corner really a dramatic pop and transition. Just like you were doing the robot or something. Come from each one to the next line as cleanly as you can. And that'll make a difference in how it looks. From the loopy and sloppy version to the crisp version. It makes all the difference. It'll take a little while to get used to, so keep practicing. And just so you know, Zan's diamond is only one of a whole lot of shapes that you can make with similar techniques. You can take the diamond and rotate it on its side to become a square, and connect the same lines that you would otherwise in any order you choose. There's really no limit to these types of movements. So explore with bouncing and doing linear extensions in a variety of shapes, like triangles, or hexagons, or whatever you feel. You can use your own body's shape and orientation to help guide you. For example, a pentagon, I might point to each of my limbs and my head in turn to create a 5-pointed star, and I can track it just based on where my own body is. Leg, arm, leg, head. So be creative. Use this in as many ways as you can think of. Don't be limited to just the diamond, but it is a nice pattern to practice and start with. Thanks for watching and learning today. If you're looking for more detail and specific instruction on various shapes and patterns and how to make the assemblies, check out the Encyclopedia Volume 2. It goes into pretty good detail on these patterns and flower of life patterns and other shape-based extension and linear patterns. Play hard. See you later.